Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm eating a nice healthy dinner which is only I think 500 calories. So it's some fish, white fish fillet, then some roast potatoes, and then some mixed vegetable, and then it's got some gravy on top. So yeah, let's start eating. Bismillah. That is really good. Shout out to my mum who made this. She also has a YouTube channel. This is what it is. I put it on the screen right now. So yeah, she makes healthy weight loss style videos too. So yeah. So how is everyone? I'm good. What's everyone else having for dinner? So I actually got some interesting things to talk about. So I'm recording this video on a Monday, but you'll see it on Tuesday. But Saturday it was the Conor Ben versus Eubank Junior fight. I watched that fight and it was a very good fight. Obviously, Conor Ben destroyed him. Not basically, he did win every round and knocked him down in the last round. Almost got the knockout. Chris Eubank Jr. Don't know what the hell happened to him. It's just like he didn't want to be there. It was just so weird. Like, fair enough, maybe at the start of the fight, you know, he just wasn't feeling it, but like, obviously in the last couple of rounds, like round 8, 9, obviously, bro, he knows the only way to win is a knockout. But he didn't throw any like power punches or anything. So yeah. So it's now 1-1 between them. So will there be a trilogy? Who knows? I don't think there will be, because obviously the whole beef and rivalry is from their dads. They fought in the 90s. Chris Eubank, you know, the original, the father, fought Conor Ben's dad. And I think they fought twice and Chris Eubank won both of them. And obviously the sons have fought. Chris Eubank Jr. won the first one, so then it's 3-0 to the Eubank family. And obviously the Ben family have won. So it's now 3-1 in total if you add up all the fights between the fathers and the sons. So obviously the Conor Ben finally got the win in the family. But yeah, I don't think there will be a trilogy, because at the end it didn't seem like Chris Eubank wanted to do the trilogy. He's probably going to retire. He's like, what, 36, 37? He's old now, man. So yeah, and yeah, Conor Ben, he's now looking to, I think, go down in weight, and he wants to get a world champion fight. So he wants to fight the likes of Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and yeah. Mm. These mixed vegetables are very good. It's got peas, carrots, cauliflower, mushroom, and a bit of salt and pepper. So, on the talk of boxing, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is going to be happening December the 19th. What the heck, man? You know, Jake Paul was meant to be fighting Gervonta Davis, but Davis, I think he pulled out because he got arrested or something. That's what I heard on social media, but I don't know why he pulled out. And then now it's confirmed Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. That's crazy, man. You know, I think in 2016, Anthony Joshua won his first title, and Jake Paul was on Disney Channel, and now they're fighting. That's crazy. But who I think is gonna win? I mean, if Anthony Joshua does not win in the first round, it's rigged, bro. Right, I'm back. So as I was saying, if Anthony Joshua does not knock him out and get him out of there in the first round, it is rigged, bro. Okay, I won't say the first round. He has to win in the first two, because it's probably going to be, I think, a 6 or 8 round fight. It'll probably be 8 rounds. I'm not sure. But if he doesn't get him out there in the first 2 rounds, it's rigged, bro. I don't care. Because, like, yeah, you could say, oh, like, if Jake Paul's just, like, running around and stuff, you could say that, you know, oh, thingy, was it called? He was just running away, but bro, it doesn't matter. You should be getting him out of there. Anthony Joshua's been in the game since he was like, what, 16? Like, he fought in the Olympics, won it, and then obviously came up. But yeah, man, he has to just win by knockout. He has to. Obviously, fair play to Jake Paul, you know. He doesn't have to fight Anthony Joshua. He can just fight like retired boxers or retired UFC fighters, which he did at the start, which still, for a YouTuber to fight like UFC fighters like Tyron Woodley, Nate Diaz, you know, these are big names and people that weren't like a joke in UFC. So, yeah. And but yeah, man. I will be watching that fight, depending on what time it is in the UK. If it's at like 6 bloody AM, I'm not staying up for that. I'll just wake up in the morning and see who won. Because with the KSI versus Logan Paul 1, the first fight I was able to watch that because it was in the UK. Second fight, however, obviously was in America, and the fight happened at like what, 4, 5 AM ish. I I think I tried to stay up and then I fell asleep, bro. Because I was just doing random stuff, laying in my bed, fell asleep. And then I woke up at around like 1 p.m. And then obviously just went on YouTube and it was the first thing. It was in a community tab. Like a boxing channel had put obviously the winner, obviously KSI, and then obviously I was just happy in it. Team UK won. And then yeah. It's crazy how far this YouTube boxing has gone. Like, you've gone from, you know, it all started Joe Weller and Theo Baker, two very good friends, YouTubers, just doing a spar YouTube video for a little joke. And at the end, Joe Weller says, which UK, or I don't even think he said UK. I think he just said which YouTuber would want to fight or do a proper event. And KSI said, yeah, go on, I'll do it. But at the time, between KSI and the Sidemen, there was a bit of beef. Obviously, it was fake. But, yeah, there was beef, whatever. So apparently, he put on Twitter and stuff, oh, should I fight Road to Shore? Obviously, Joe was like, oh, you're ducking me, bro. Why do you want to fight him? You're literally mates. And then, obviously, KSI versus Joe Weller, the fight happened. It was crazy. The press conferences and everything. Obviously, fight happened. Honestly, bro, that fight, JJ, he was crazy. You know, he was in very good shape. Obviously, it's both their first fights, but JJ just came in there throwing punches. Joe Weller, however, I'll be honest, his trainers, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what the weight limit was, but I mean, at the press conferences, JJ was he wasn't fat. He wasn't very fat, but obviously you could tell in it, he had a bit of weight on. And then obviously when it came to fight night, he was ripped and lean. Joe Weller at the start, he was lean in proper good shape, but then for some reason when it came to fight night, he had put on so much weight and stuff and he didn't have any abs anymore. I'll be honest, if he had a different team, he honestly could have won that fight because he was already in good shape. So obviously all he had to do was just work on stamina, stuff like that, and obviously learn boxing and stuff. And then obviously, like, I remember I was watching his videos, innit? Like, coming up to the fight in training. And he was saying like, oh, his coaches are telling him to eat so much food. Like some days he throws up, and it's like, why? What kind of? I think his trainers just weren't proper boxing trainers because the weight limit. Don't know what it was. Obviously, I'll have to check. If the weight limit was obviously a bit high and he had to put on weight, then fair enough. But if he didn't, then like I don't understand why the trainers were trying to force him to eat so much. Like, it just doesn't make sense. There must have been a weight limit. KSI was already there, but obviously Joe Weller had to come up. So obviously, if the weight limit, maybe that could have been the reason. Obviously, on the day, the crowd, majority were actually no majority. Pretty much, a lot of people were backing Joe Weller. I was backing KSI. When KSI won, man, I just was crazy. Started screaming and stuff. I didn't scream, but I was just like, "Get in, JJ," you know. And then obviously it went from, you know, KSI then calling out Logan Paul, Jake Paul. And then obviously we got Jake Paul versus Deji. And Logan Paul versus KSI. Then the rematch between KSI and Jake Paul, between KSI and Logan Paul. Then Jake Paul went to, and after that, KSI started Misfits, so some other good fights happened there. You know, we got Gabe. Actually, Gabe's been an OG, innit? But we got like Slim, Salt Pappy, Dean the Great, you know, good fighters. And then now, obviously, and then Jake Paul at the time, he was just doing his own thing, you know. And then now he's fighting bloody. Oh, well, obviously he went to fight Mike Tyson, and now he's fighting bloody Anthony Joshua. It's crazy. All from a little sparring match video as a joke. So that's why I need to put respect on Joe Weller, but also Theo Baker's name, because obviously it was Joe Weller's video. He could have said to Theo Baker, like obviously he probably said to him, "Want to do this video?" Theo Baker could have just gone, "No, no, can't be bothered." But he did it, man. So fair play. Also, some other news that I found out: the Prime Minister, or the ex-Prime Minister, maybe she's still the current, of Bangladesh, has been announced on the death sentence. Now, obviously, I don't really know much about it, but I do remember, like, a couple months ago, young Bangladesh students and stuff were doing protests, and then she ended up fleeing the country. Like, come on, man, you can't do that. Like, if you're gonna be the president or whatever of a country, handle it like a man or woman, whoever you are. Handle it like a real person, bro. You know, the criticism you're getting, handle it. Don't bloody run away. Because if she just stayed there, right, and maybe talked about it, tried to fix it, you probably wouldn't have killed her. But apparently she's killed innocent lives and stuff. Obviously, I'll have to look into it, what she's actually done. But yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, I'm a Celebrity, a famous UK TV show. Basically, celebrities, they go in a jungle, do challenges, tasks. If they win challenges, they get good things like luxury meals, food, bed. If they lose, then obviously they get like bad bed, bad food. And then yeah, so I'm watching that. Angry Ginger and H, very famous in the UK, are on there, so I'm excited. And yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment what other videos you want me to make, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.